We're putting comedy wrestling on trial here. I've decided, okay? We debated comedy wrestling a few podcasts ago, and sometimes I like the ha-has, sometimes I don't like the ha-has. And I have figured out why and when I like the ha-has and when I do not like the ha-has. All right? You brought up a point previously on Wrestle AM, and you said, well, all the best wrestlers are comedy wrestlers. Okada, Bryan Danielson, Bret Hart. You said, hey.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Kenny Omega, Ibushi. And this is where I've decided. I like those guys. I like good wrestlers. I do not like gimmicks or comedy wrestlers where it takes away from the matches. Like Orange Cassidy is kind of a gimmick / comedy, but it doesn't take away from his match. DDT, all the time I'm like, I hate comedy wrestling, but I love DDT. And you're like, how? Because they still go in the ring and perform. Unlike your boy Taguchi, who, if he's in the Super Juniors,
great in the best of Super Juniors.
Yeah, and he did zero comedy. And he did pretty goddamn. I don't know if he's the best. Let's calm down there, Raccoon man.
He wasn't a time for jokes.
He wasn't a fucking embarrassment to society. But when you use comedy because you can't wrestle, or if you use a gimmick because you can't wrestle, or if you do it to be lazy.
You just said he could wrestle, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't when he's doing comedy. That's my point. You use it as an excuse not to try. It's kind of like Timeless fucking Timmy. Not Timeless Timmy.
But that doesn't mean you don't like comedy. That means you don't like lazy comedy.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I don't want the Disney of pro wrestling. And Taguchi is the Disney. It's the Marvel.
No.
It's the Marvel.
Comedy wrestling's not even really on trial. In reality, you just hate shitty wrestling in general. Like,
yes.
High flying's great, but you don't want to watch high flyers that are garbage tier. You don't want to watch, like, the worst high flyer match ever. You know what I mean? You don't want to watch like the worst slap fight Haas fight ever, or you're gonna be like, I hate Haas matches.
Yes, and I agree. But for the longest time, I've said all comedy wrestling sucks, and I'm like, well, what about this guy? What about this guy? What about this guy? And I'm like, okay, those guys are good. So I figured it out in my head. It's
don't like bad comedy wrestling
and gimmicks that make it where you're lazy, because it's like phase 1. Sure, Iron Man was witty. Sure, Spider-Man had a few quips during, phase 2 or 3. I don't know when Spider-Man shows up.
Are you saying you don't like ass oranges?
Dude, first off, listen, when it comes to Timeless Timmy over here, why can't I think of her name? Toni Storm. When it comes to Timeless Toni Storm, I despise everything that she's doing new because it's a reason to be lazy, but ass oranges got me. Ass oranges got me. So that's all I'm saying. If you're going to fucking waste my goddamn time with the ha-has, I want phase 1 Tony Stark.
But
not phase 4. Get it?
She fits your criteria for acceptable comedy.
No,
because she goes in the ring.
Yeah, when she gets in the ring, she better fucking wrestle. That's all I'm saying. I'm fucking nervous. I don't know. I have not seen her fucking be black and white, fucking timeless fucking Timmy over here. So when she gets in the ring, if she gets in the ring and has as good of a match as she did in Japan with Stardom, then I will come on this stream and say, hey, I like Tomless fucking titties. That's not her name.
You can only have that quality of a match with like 2 of the girls on the roster.
I know, and I think that's why they're doing the gimmicks. I think I despise gimmicks in comedy that are a reason to be lazy or not be good at your craft.
But Sheeta doesn't have a gimmick.
Well, I mean, she did the Halloween shit this weekend. She had a broom.
Yeah, but she still put on a great match for someone wrestling in a dress.
I mean, I guess, but we're gimmicking it up here, boys. We're gimmicking it up. We're like, oh, she had a great match with fucking someone that was fucking dressed as Santa. She had a great match as someone that was dressed up as a giant fucking panda. She had a great match for someone that fucking
she's doing the best
has an orange in her ass. I'm just saying, comedy wrestling, okay, if you're talented. I do not want phase 5 joke CGI. Because in wrestling, the version of that is joke. Oh, fucking roll up 1, 2, 3. I can't believe the funny guy won. The funny woman won. No. So comedy? You're on trial?
So wait, you don't like Toru Yano?
It depends.
Because he's the true ace of New Japan.
No, he's not. Second,
yes, he is.
Yano, once a year. Once a year. I don't need to see him. Like, how many times? Like, not only that, but the Super Junior tag has been fucking horrendous. No one's watching it. No one's even watching my reviews. No one's watching the Super Juniors. Dude, they did the same 4 fucking matches. And not only that, but they did a comedy spot with Yano, and Yano fucked up the comedy spot. And he's like, fuck it, I fucked it up. Like, he literally fucked up the comedy spot, looked at his opponent, and go, what does it matter? They know what we're doing. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck. Done. Yeah, dude. Like, there's a scene in Super Juniors. He's on, like, a 6-man tag, because he's in a 6-man tag every fucking night. He goes to do the comedy spot.
Isn't that what they always do in New Japan?
Yeah, but it's dude, it's so bad. Wait to the buy and sell segment, how bad it is.
Honestly, maybe that's why AEW is doing less 6-mans. It's been a while since he saw Ghetto.
Yeah. And he's got his...
The taint wore off.
And Okada's please, like, just don't put me in a 6-man. He's like, what about a tag? He's like, it's close enough. It's close enough.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
It's progress.
So that's it. Maybe I don't hate comedy wrestling. I hate wrestlers that hide behind gimmicks and comedy and don't put in effort. Because my favorite style of pro wrestling is effort. Give 110% at all times.
I think comedy wrestling's amazing when done well.
Yeah. The problem is, there's people that don't do it well. That's it. Okay.
Your root kick.
Whoa. This was not part of the schedule. But should we start a new segment called Comedy Cops? Where we come in, like, woo, 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 woo. And if you're using comedy because you're a lazy fucking piece of shit, Taguchi, Yano.
No, I don't want a segment where you shit on Taguchi every week.
Well, no. We'll let Taguchi be part of our cop force, okay? We won't beat him up too much because I know you love him. But we'll find people who are like, listen, he's only doing comedy because he can't wrestle. Oh, he's only doing this gimmick because he can't wrestle. What do you think? We're at Comedy Police.
I think you're going to not like how many of those guys I defend.
You're going to defend them all, dude. You can be like,
a lot of them, yeah. A lot of them.
All I remember.
What are you going to say? You didn't think it was funny when one of the Nemeth brothers got dragged into Miro's dressing or CJ's dressing room to get beat up by Miro?
I think that's a story. I don't think that counts as comedy.
It was comedy though.
Oh man, now we got a fine line. I mean,
how's it a fine line? No,
all right,
think about the scenario that unfolded.
I find it.
No. Think about the scenario
hilarious.
that unfolded. The sign said CJ Perry hot and flexible.
Yeah.
Clearly, Miro printed out this sign to set a trap.
Oh, now we're just adding stuff. No, we don't know that.
What?
That could
you
be our
think
office.
AEW had an official sign that said hot and flexible? Miro made that sign.
Well,
dude.
maybe his wife
Miro
made
set
it.
a trap.
No. You're wrong.
Miro
His
set
wife made it. He goes, hey, go get me some goddamn Burger King. And then he fucking leaves, and he's knocking, and he's like, oh my God, you're here. I was like, I'll beat your fucking
Miro
ass.
set a trap for him. He was hoping to get Dolph Ziggler, but he got the wrong Nemeth.
Maybe you're right. He
wants revenge for what happened in WWE.
He's like,
one Nemeth brother or another.
He's like, I'll take out your whole fucking family. Whoa.
What if they debuted Dolph as CJ's client?
I don't know. Who knows? All right. Next.